This is 7 National News, and in our top story, the UAE President, His Highness Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan, has cabled condolences to Iranian President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad over the victims of the earthquake which struck northwest Iran on Saturday. In the cable, His Highness Sheikh Khalifa expressed his heartfelt sympathy and condolences to the Iranian President and the families of the victims. The UAE Vice President, Prime Minister and ruler of Dubai, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, also sent a similar cable of condolence. And we'll have more of an update on the situation in Iran a little later on in the bulletin. Meanwhile, the UAE Vice President, Prime Minister and ruler of Dubai, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, chaired the UAE cabinet meeting at the Presidential Palace in Abu Dhabi on Sunday. During the meeting, the cabinet approved the UAE School Olympics draft, which aims to broaden the base of practicing sports activities to discover and embrace talents, as well as improve and develop their abilities and prepare them for global sports competitions. Highlighting the importance of sports activities in UAE schools, Sheikh Mohammed described sports as a way of life for children and a key component of their personalities, as well as their mental and physical well-being. Sheikh Mohammed added that preparations for the World Championships starts at primary schools and ends at the international podium. Emirates Airlines is set to resume flights to Tripoli from the 29th of October after a year and a half of a suspension. Once flights resume, the service will see 4 flights a week from Dubai to the North African country on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday and Saturday. The flights will leave Dubai at 9:25 a.m. local time and arrive at Tripoli International at 2 p.m. local time. All flights will be through the Airbus A330-200 and a 15-ton cargo carrying capacity. The Dubai municipality's Person in Charge programme continues to regulate health and nutrition practices across the Emirate, according to the Food Control Department. Schools across Dubai will have trained supervisors in canteens to ensure that the food is prepared properly and hygienically. In collaboration with the Ministry of Education, around 200 supervisors are participating in the programme, which was launched back in 2011. At least one person in every school canteen will have a trained and qualified PIC. A set of stringent guidelines were issued from the civic body, in addition to layout plans from the DM's Food Control Department. Officials have gone a step further by prohibiting the selling of energy drinks, candies and sweets with excessive sugar in an effort to encourage students to eat nutritious meals.
The training is going to be slightly different for the schools as compared to the rest of the organization or rest of the food establishments, because the category of people who are eating from schools are considered as high risk because they are children and they're more prone to illnesses. So the training will essentially focus on those points which will protect the children. And it will also focus on the nutritional requirements of children. So that's pretty different from what we normally teach the restaurants about. The second component is going to be the food safety component. And that primarily tells how the food has to be handled. Say, for example, how do they buy the raw material? How do they process it? Where do they buy the food from? How are they going to store it? What kind of personal hygiene requirements are required for those people who are operating in these kind of food businesses? And how can the children handle these food safely until it's consumed? So this is how we'll be approaching the whole program.
Speeding is the single biggest traffic safety concern for the UAE's travelling public. That's according to 999 magazine's National Driving Survey. The study, which polled 1,350 respondents across the country, found that although 68% of respondents consider road travel in the UAE relatively safe, they welcome the idea of increased use of unmarked police vehicles to curb down instances of breaking the speed limits on UAE roads. General carelessness remains the number 2 concern, followed by drink driving or driving under the influence of alcohol, rubbernecking and jumping red lights. The consequences of speeding are fatal, so much so that the UAE continuously increases the number of fixed and mobile speed cameras on the roads in an attempt to reduce accidents. Speed limits on some of the more dangerous highways in the country have been reduced, in addition to the aggressive nationwide marketing campaign against speeding. The strength of UAE and Indian ties will be reflected during the 66th Independence Day of the South Asian country, which will see a celebration across the Emirates on August the 15th. With 1.8 million Indians residing in the Emirates, the Consulate General of India in Dubai said the annual local observance and celebration is more than just a custom. While they may be celebrating in a foreign land, he said they don't feel any difference. If anything, they feel more nationalistic and strive to encourage an inclusive environment. The annual celebration is a testament to their growing population, their economic contribution, and the strengthening ties between the two countries.
The trade between our two countries is about $1.2 billion a week. $1.2 billion a week. We are also, in a sense, the largest source of tourism here. We are big bilateral investors, both countries. We have very many Indian entrepreneurs here who have built world-class business models which can be adopted elsewhere. Our professionals, doctors, accountants, bankers, CEOs, name it, they're all there. The Indian community here in the UAE is blessed because they are part of two great nation-building processes, one back home in India and in the UAE.
And finally this evening, with Eid just around the corner, Pakistani fashion duo Amir and Huma Adnan unveiled a sneak peek of their Eid collection last night, along with Dubai's elite. The exclusive event, themed Suhoor by the Walk, was hosted at the Ritz-Carlton at Jumeirah Beach Residence and welcomed over 50 guests to preview the range of designs for both men and women. A Pakistani-based brand, the Power Couple, also has an international presence. Amir Adnan, the designer of the House of Amir Adnan, says that a blend of both traditional and modern elements creates a unique and distinct on-trend look.
You know, somebody was asking me that the whole world has become a small village and people are now going towards the American style of fashion. That means everything is very casual and everything is very global. That means everything is the same. And why have I stuck to my traditional values and why do I still do traditional clothing? And the answer to that I gave this person was that, you know, the closer the world becomes and the more common everybody is, the more similar the whole world becomes, the more you need to stand out. Because I would hate to be in a crowd and blend in completely without holding on to my individuality.
Adnan is, kind of not, he doesn't speak much, but his fashion and his flair and the whole exquisite couture speaks a lot. So, yeah, we're very, very excited about the collaboration.
Huma Adnan expressed her love of vibrant colours, which was the running element when designing her Funk Asia collection, allowing women to feel feminine.
I also like to be a little subtle in my designing. I don't like too much bling, but I love playing with drapes, with cuts, with fabrics. I totally love feeling, the woman's body, to feel the fabric, to feel the cut, to feel the drape that she's wearing, and to love it. And I'm very passionate about it, and which is what you see in my collections. There's no specific one term that I can say, my collection is all about this. I think my collection is all about enjoying being a woman.
And up next, we'll have the day's business news, so stay with us.